Welcome to the Get Sculpted podcast. We're your hosts, Tiana,
Jordana,
and Marilyn.
This podcast is all about cutting through the noise and giving you the real deal on fat loss, muscle building, and what it really takes to build your 2.0 sculpted self, inside and out. Our motto is to work smarter, not harder. We'll break down science-based and actionable strategies to optimize your metabolism, ditch the diets, and create a sustainable, fit, and healthy lifestyle that actually works for you. So if you're ready to get stronger, not just skinnier, and embrace a body you love, hit that subscribe button and let's get sculpted.
welcome back to another episode of the Get Sculpted podcast. And believe it or not, Get Sculpted is about to turn 2 years old. And today we're spending some time together reflecting on the lessons we've learned along the way. And these just aren't lessons that we've applied to our own lives. They're lessons that can elevate anyone's journey, including yours. And today's episode, we're really breaking down what we've learned over the last 2 years, from betting on ourselves in fitness to scaling our businesses together to the importance of relationships that keep us going. And we're diving into all these really key insights and learnings that have really shaped our path individually, but also together. So I am Coach Jordana, and with me are Coach Marilyn and Coach T. And together we've had the chance to explore all of these areas together and so much more. And we're excited to share our experiences with you. Are you girls ready?
So ready.
So excited.
I know. Happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday.
I feel like we need like a candle to blow out.
We sure do. So T, why don't you get us started with helping us understand how fitness has really supported us in this journey, not just because we're a fitness-based business, but because of all of the things around strength and what that supports us to do. So can you start us off with that?
Absolutely. So I will always die on this hill. Everybody needs fitness in their life because it really does set the tone for everything else. And when you pour into the cup of you being fitter and really dialing in your fitness habits, keeping yourself in tip-top shape, it's going to amplify everything else. And how you do anything is how you do everything. That's kind of the main overarching message here. So, I know for all of us, fitness isn't just about the results we get from the working out. It's not just about taking the action for that. It's also who we become in that process.
That's right.
And it's more about the journey than it is about the destination. And I would say that for us, that has been kind of what we've carried with us from starting Get Sculpted, right? It was translating us always wanting to better ourselves with regards to our physique and our level of fitness to wanting to grow in other areas of life. Wouldn't you guys say the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
1,000%. I've always felt like my fitness and my lifting in particular has been an anchor. It's anchored my day. It's anchored my emotions. It's anchored even beliefs that I've had about myself. And it's really been like the thing that has carried me through so many years since I started, like 18, 20 years since I've started lifting.
Mm-hmm. Anchor, I like that. It's your constant, the thing that's stayed with you through change and the good times and the bad.
Yeah. And for me, I feel like it has been the confidence boost that I need in every area of my life, right? That's saying when you're strong in one area, you become strong in other areas. And that's exactly what fitness has done for me. And it's also, I think, one of the most amazing signs of respect for yourself. When you take care of yourself, that means that you place value on yourself, and that carries you in all the other areas of your life too.
And attracts more people who think the same way. So if you think about all the things you build through fitness, you build discipline, time management, even like logistical things like that, structure, you learn to set the tone for, just like you said, Mare, of prioritizing yourself, because no one's ever going to do that for you.
Yeah.
And it's for a lot of people, I would say for a lot of our girls too, it's learning to set those boundaries. For a lot of them, the first time they do that is through their fitness journey. And it might be the first time they've ever said, hey, I'm going to do something for me. I'm going to actually front load my training. I'm going to prioritize the way I eat. I'm going to pour into my own bucket. And that gives them the confidence to do that in other areas of life. Now they're speaking up more in their relationships. Now they're feel confident in their body because they're taking care of themselves. So they show up differently.
They do.
Lifting is like the gift that keeps on giving, because you can never not have something to learn as well. Like there's always a new technique. There's always form to be improved. There's always new goals that you can go after. There's a new machine that comes out that's like, oh, try this. There's
new modality to try.
New modality to try. And I think that's also what's so exciting, because if you think about your own personal growth, you're applying how you approach training to how you grow yourself. It's an evolution always. The way that I trained when I was in university and first walked into a gym is completely different than how I trained
Yeah, of
after
course.
I had Scarlett and was postpartum, to completely different to now that I'm entering like this perimenopause journey. And your goals evolve with that too.
Yeah.
And I think that that's such a beautiful thing. It can follow you through life and evolve with you and challenge you to keep leveling up and growing in totally new ways.
Because if you're not growing, you're going backwards.
You're stuck.
Yeah, to be able to implement fitness in that way, I think that's really powerful. And just as much as it benefits your mental health, obviously staying fit is going to make you be able to show up in your best way physically. So, Jord, I would love if you would share with us how this applies to the business side of things.
Yeah, I think it's like the things that made you successful in fitness are going to make you successful in business too.
Mhm.
It's like what you just said, T, like the discipline, the planning, the consistency, it's directly applicable to building a successful business. And that's definitely been our approach, like being organized, having great communication amongst each other. And that's the same that you would need in your fitness journey because you have to be able to be organized, communicate with the people in your life. If you have a coach, you have to be accountable to them to follow up
Right.
and make those goals happen. So I would love to know from your guys' perspective, is there like a specific example that would stand out over the last couple of years where this was like a big linking moment for you?
Well, I think for me, even like taking it back a little bit further, I always, and I will say this forever, that my fitness journey was the catalyst for me making the change. Like I wouldn't even be sitting here with you
Yep.
ladies if it wasn't for all of the things that we talked about, the resilience, the confidence, and all of that. So it has made me, well, successful in business because now I get to do this with you, but it's quite literally changed the trajectory of my life. And so when I think about just all the things you touched on, all the benefits that we've been able to pull from our fitness journeys into the business, I think of it from the tactical side. I also think of it from the side of how we interact with our clients and the value we bring and the relationships we bring.
That type of success, not just financial, but the quality of what we do.
That's right. And at the end of the day, we have a business, but our business is about relationships and results. And we do an amazing job because we've lived it. We practice what we preach. And now we have that experience and that expertise and just the compassion to give that
Mhm.
to our clients.
How about you, T?
Well, I was thinking specifically, whenever I've leveled up my personal growth, it's always directly translated to business growth. And that's one of the best things that my business mentors have told me is your personal growth has to precede your business growth. So I know that when I went sober in December 2021, the following month, I just kind of decided to do a lifestyle overhaul. Drinking was obviously the biggest part of it. But my revenue that month doubled from the previous month.
Wow.
Obviously, things can fluctuate from December to January, but I have absolutely no doubt it came down to me living in alignment with the person who I knew that I wanted to be. I will say that's the same for a lot of people. If you're listening to this, props to you because you want to better yourself. Maybe you haven't started your fitness journey yet, but if that's the case, there's probably a part of you thinking, you know what? If I'm not my fittest self, I'm not living in alignment with the best self I know I can be. So you can have the high-powered position, the corner office, the very successful business. But if you don't even want to look in the mirror, if you're on these vacations, but you don't even want to take photos, if you're constantly low energy, if you always feel like you're setting a bad example for your kids, you're not getting the most out of all the success you worked so hard for.
Such a good point.
I agree. And there's so many like practical examples too that I think come together between fitness and growing a business or being an entrepreneur in general, which is like we've all done this, investing in a coach ourselves to help us level up in terms of understanding how to build systems and track progress and be accountable. And what's so important to us at Get Sculpted is that our clients are the center of the entire experience and everything that we do. The community and their client experience is the number one priority. And I think being able to make that linkage between taking that leap and investing in believing in that investment being worthy, it started when I did that for myself with my fitness
Yeah.
journey. I wouldn't have been able to make that level of investment
Mm-hmm.
at that time with confidence, like being like, yes, I know that this is the step I must take.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed to succeed. Yeah.
I'm guaranteed to succeed because I believe in myself, But I also believe that getting the support, I've had too many examples of proof where that's been real for me.
Yeah.
And that came from my fitness journey.
Absolutely.
This is such a good point too. And I was just thinking about this morning, how it's so much more than the results you get in a few weeks.
Right.
If you're thinking about working with a coach, I will say a lot of people, I think, really kind of pigeonhole themselves thinking, well, how much weight can I lose in 16 weeks? Or what dress size can I fit in? And it's like, it's not about that. It's about the skills you gain, the person you become. I tell people very little of what we do is the tactics. I mean, hey, we got good tactics. We got great tactics. We got the plan. We got everything. You can find plans that will work half decently, though. It's more about, okay, we're going to help you like see things differently so you can take these skills with you and keep this as part of your identity. And that's the ROI.
So true.
I love that, because when you finally do invest in yourself, you're getting the education, you're getting the tools, you're getting, support around time, but ultimately you're really leveling up to the best version of yourself, and you're surrounding yourself with the people that are going to help you get there. And I don't know, I'm going to be super cheesy, but this is like why we chose each other to do that together with, because how we build our business together, the things we've chosen to do, it's not just with that short-term mindset either. It's with like, what is this going to look like in 10 years? Like, how are we celebrating 10 years, not 2 years? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's making those decisions today that are going to compound over time to get us there.
The long haul mentality.
Yes.
Yeah, the vision is there. And again, that's something that we teach our clients. We want them to have that long-term perspective in mind. But we also each, I think, individually learn that through our own fitness journey too, which is pretty cool. Which is the perfect cheesy segue into friendship.
Yes.
And the power of community and support. Mar, will you share your thoughts here? Start us off.
Yes, I also was reflecting on this episode when we mapped it out and this morning before we recorded. And I think personally, one of the biggest lessons I have learned over these last 2 years, absolutely with the three of us in Get Sculpted, but just in general on this journey, is that none of this happens alone. Okay. Not in fitness, your business, your work, your life. We talk a lot about accountability and elevating your fitness, but this applies to everything too. Like we're talking about your business and your life as well. The thing that holds it together are the people who are beside you in the good times and the bad times, because they keep you motivated, they hold you accountable, and they lift you higher so you keep striving for more. We actually recorded a podcast about this very topic, right? The people you surround yourself with can either bring you up or they can pull you down. So for me, having the right relationships, the friendships, and the community, of course, it has been one of the most powerful assets in my fitness journey and also as a business with Get Sculpted, because there are times things are hard. Really hard sometimes. And there are times when you want to quit, or at least you think about quitting, when you feel stuck and you're not quite sure, like, what's the next step that I take? And even times where it feels like everything you're doing, it feels like nothing's working. So why would you try to navigate that alone? Especially because when we navigate things alone, we are so much more likely to talk ourselves out of things, right? We're so much more likely to tell ourselves it's okay to quit. But when you have a strong, supportive community or relationships, these people get it, and they will remind you of your goals when you maybe forget them. And in that episode that I was referencing, that's what we talked about. How T, you say it all the time, lean into that momentum and that energy, and you can borrow it until you build yourself back up. So one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in these past 2 years is having these friendships isn't a bonus. And we talk about that too with our clients. Our community is not just a bonus. It's there if you need it. It is the fuel.
You do need it.
That elevate.
You do need it. Yeah.
It's there because you need it.
Right. And time again, I would say that we see our most successful clients, they are the ones that are showing up, not just for themselves, but in the community.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to that episode, definitely do. And I am going to be cheesy for a second, but having the two of you in my life, starting this business, working together on this podcast, which if I'm being honest, I was the one who was like, do we really want to start a podcast, people?
And we're
But
yes,
here we are.
And just everything we do in our community, it has all taught me about partnership, because again, I can speak for myself. There are so many things I would have said no to out of fear, out of, oh God, all the things. And I didn't, because I was able to leverage your energy, your expertise, and just your confidence in me and your love. And I'm going to cry because I love you girls. But we lift each other up. And I want all of our listeners to think about that today. Pause right now and think about who you have in your corner who's holding you accountable, and nurture those relationships.
Yeah.
And the last thing is, if you reflect on that and you're like, I don't have those relationships, then get them. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up.
I love that. So we didn't plan for this. I'm going to do like some rapid fire questions.
Oh, God.
And let's just see
I love it.
what everyone
Can't wait to
says.
see.
Oh, my God.
Okay. What is one of your favorite things that we have done for our community in the last 2 years?
Live events come to mind for me right away. Okay, the most recent one, they all just get so much better just because the community gets closer and closer. And some of our consistent ladies always come, but then there's new ones who come. And for example, when someone comes for the first time and they'll say, oh, you were all so welcoming, and hearing the positive feedback from our members and them building relationships with each other, like I'm just smiling thinking about it.
It's the best.
Because you know that what we're doing, it's not just, I know this sounds corny, but it's not just a paycheck. It's not just, we did this because we want to amplify this feeling for everybody. And the feedback from these live events is really what keeps me going, because I'm like, yeah, it's doing that. And photo shoots, the Winter Sculpt and the VIP event.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She said
okay.
one.
Okay. You're like, take the mic away.
For context, our last event was in June when we partnered with Mark Liebert and Andrew, and we had our clients come together to raise money for childhood cancer research. And I love our Give Back event too, because we've done a number of them now. And I think it's an annual staple is a Give Back event, because it kind of ticks all the boxes. You get to be together. You get to do something with a movement related. We get to introduce our clients to like new fun things. We love filling our cups. Like everybody leaves best friends, and it's the best. And you also get to give back to a cause that our community cares about. And that is such a high. But does anyone else want to share about one of the others that you mentioned, T? Because they're also good.
I want to piggyback on that, but that's what I was going to say was the events are amazing, but the give back, because that's what we're all about. Part of, a pillar in our community is, yes, being there for each other. And that's what this give back is all about too. We are so fortunate to have this beautiful community that supports one another. So it's like we're bringing that energy out into the communities, into whatever special thing that we're raising money for. They get to bring that energy out. So I love our annual give back. And well, I guess a couple of years ago, whenever it was last summer, when we did the playground build.
Yes.
And that was pretty cool, because not only did we raise $4,000 for that charity, we actually got to be boots on the ground and build a playground together. And we got to see this playground for the first time. It's like real-time example of what we do making impact. But I also love everything we do. So
all of the above.
I also love our photo shoots and the way we do them. So
yes,
T, when you said Winter Sculpt, we've done this 2 years in a row now. And it is actually a 12-week challenge that we do internally with our clients, and they can level up into it and have the opportunity to win one of 3 photo shoot experiences and get the thing that, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I remember the first time I stepped in front of the camera when I was like fully transformed, quote unquote, the first time. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like the only other time I felt this special was like maybe on my wedding day when I had my hair and makeup done. I'd never really had that experience, and like all the attention is on you. But this is really about you and the work that you put into yourself, and having this experience to capture the moment when your confidence came alive, when you achieved these really hard goals and you changed your life in the process. It's documenting the moment you became the 2.0 version of yourself. And it just does not get old. Like it does not. We've done hundreds at this point, and it does not get old.
Absolutely. I love photo shoots. I love seeing women see themselves like that, for some of them for the first time.
Yeah. Like you said, a lot of them, maybe their wedding is the only time when they felt like the glamour princess.
Or even not, depending on their headspace was on that day. I will never forget every time they take the picture and then they go to see the picture either on the camera or on the computer, and everybody's reaction is some version of, that's me?
That.
Oh my God, I can't believe that's me. It's the best.
Everyone deserves to feel like that.
Everybody does.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite sculpted standard?
Mine is building a fit life that lasts. So I come back to this one constantly, and I come back to it myself. So in a nutshell, what that means is fitness is not for a week. It's not for 16 weeks. It's not something you do when life is easy. It's not something you do for a bit, then you stop. building a fit life that lasts means that this becomes your identity. You identify it in every area of your life with being this fit version. And all the things we talked about, the confidence, the resilience, all these things that come with it. The other thing is that it follows you. So it's not just when it's convenient or, when it's not the holidays or not my birthday or not my vacation. That fit life follows you everywhere because it's who you are. So I love that because when we see our clients ascend to like the fit life that lasts, they'll say to us, I'm going on vacation. I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring my bands. I'm going to make sure that I find a gym.
Yeah.
Won't skip a beat. Or sometimes they don't tell you because they're like, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going.
Right?
And you're like, okay.
And that was not the case before they started with us. And that was not the case before my fitness journey either. So that's mine. Fit life that lasts.
Definitely follow a plan, not your mood. So that's one of my favorites I always come back to. And I always remind people, you can not want to do something, but you can still follow through on it because you know it's going to get you the result that you want. And we don't always have to feel like it because if we always wait to feel like it or go by our mood, we'd never really get anywhere.
Yeah.
Anything. Think of anything in life.
It's so true.
Like imagine if every time you were in school, you were like, I'm only going to study when I feel like it. Well,
I can tell you how that ends for people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love those too. I was going to say a fit life that lasts because I also feel the exact same way about that one. But I'm going to say pay it forward. And the reason why is because that is how I got to this point. It was having my own experience, going through my own transformation and being like, I don't belong in the corporate world anymore. I'm supposed to pay this forward. I'm supposed to be in this whole other career and whole other place to help women see the other side of dieting, to hit their goals, to help heal a relationship with food. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here. And so having our community also have that mindset of paying it forward, it's really helping us spread this like butterfly effect of these amazing results that are just so much more than physical. So that's mine. And one last question before we wrap up. What is one big vision, wish, dream that you would love to see happen and Get Sculpted?
Me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, please go.
So we talked about how we have events for our community. We try to have these at least once a quarter. I would love to see Get Sculpted do a retreat. This has been on our Get Sculpted bucket list. I love all the events we do, but one of the things I feel that sets us apart is our ability to look at a woman as a whole. We approach everything we do holistically. And I think having this awesome retreat, maybe even a destination, I don't know what it'll look like, but where we really get to like dive in deep and get really like intimate with our clients. And I want to do a retreat so badly. And that's on my bucket list for us. That's a vision I have.
I love it.
I love this. Hopefully I can share about this because we just talked about it today. But another one that is coming to life is having our own signature games to participate in.
Yes, please talk about it.
Okay, good. I'm like, can I say it? Because props to, I know, Jord, I think it was you and Becky, so I will take the credit for it. But when you guys said it, I got excited about having something like this to replicate year after year. So we are planning on doing a event with our clients where we take them through athletic events and we basically will replicate that year after year and have them track their progress like that. And it's a friendly way of firing up some competition, like you versus you and, your comrades as well. So I thought that was cool because it really embodies what we're trying to achieve, which is you're always leveling up. You're always going to raise the bar higher for your 2.0. So I'm really excited about that.
I love that. So stay tuned for the Get Sculpted Games because think of it like the Olympics of the fitness world.
Yeah, without the you don't have to hit a bodybuilding stage.
Nope.
It's actually performance related, not physique related.
Yes. Well, I will say that I would like to see our impact on women's lives and their families and loved ones at least quadruple. That's going to be mine, is more about impact based to be able to just like spread the word louder, prouder, and support as many women as possible because we've got a great vision. We have an incredible community. We have done so much in so little time, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, you'd think this is like our 20-year anniversary.
Yeah, we certainly have. And to many more. I feel like we need to cheers.
Woo!
Cheers with our water bottles.
Cheers with our water.
Yes, to staying hydrated and carbohydrated.
Carbohydrated. I like it. And like these 2 years, I think that they've shown us that fitness, business, friendship, they aren't really isolated pillars, that you really can bring it all together. And I think there were a lot of naysayers when we were first like, hey, we're friends and we're all coaches and we would like to start a business together. And here's how we're going to do it. And I think
Or even a podcast.
Or even a podcast. Yeah, we had a lot of people say 3 people on a podcast just doesn't work. And I think that we are defining a new path of what success can look like. I think that we're living it authentically day to day. And trust me, like we could probably do another podcast episode on the challenges that we've faced because there were many.
And there will be more.
I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Right?
But that is exactly life. And this is an opportunity for us to do something with the power of 3, execute faster, do things with thinking through them, all 3 of us together. We have different perspectives, different life experiences, and it gives us a more well-rounded client experience, and we get to leverage that. So I just want to say I am super, super grateful for the both of you, and being on this journey together has been a huge dream fulfilled and one that keeps evolving. So thank you.
I was going to say, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
Lots to do.
We have lots of time.
To many more.
To many more years. Happy birthday, Get Sculpted, to 2 years. And if you found this episode helpful, insightful, made you even more curious about what we do, feel free to send us a message over on social media at getsculpted.ca. We would love a 5-star review if you have a second to do that for us. And even share this with a friend, because if you have a friend that you want to do fitness with or that you do other goals with and other parts of your life with, then why not go on this journey together and let us know what your fitness goals are. Thank you so much for tuning in today. This has been a really special episode. We love it. Stay tuned because in a very few short weeks, we're going to do something super, super special to celebrate our formal birthday. But in the meantime, keep listening, stay strong, and have a wonderful day.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Get Sculpted. We hope you feel inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next step in your fitness journey. Remember, building your 2.0 body is a unique journey for you. It's about showing up for yourself consistently and not being perfect.
If you loved today's episode, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a review and tag us on social at getsculpted.ca. Your feedback helps us reach more women like you who are ready to cut through the noise and make lasting changes.
For more daily tips, inspiration, and behind-the-scenes content, follow us on Instagram and check out our handles in the show notes below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on Get Sculpted. Until then, remember this: getting sculpted isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter.